Welcome to Mission Control. I'm your flight director for this session, and today we are treating your Cambridge AS and A-Level Arabic 9680 exam like a high-stakes flight system that requires absolutely perfect execution. Specifically, our primary objective is Section 1, Adab al Nisai al Muasir. Now, this topic is mandatory in every single examination series, so mastery of this section is literally non-negotiable if you want to secure a top-tier touchdown. Today, we're not just passively skimming a textbook. We're going to run a full simulation on how to optimize your answers, reverse engineer the examiner's mindset, and execute flawlessly. To help us out, I want to introduce you to two of our simulation pilots. First, we have pilot Alex, who tends to overcomplicate data calculations and burns way too much time and fuel. And then we have pilot Sam, who often ignores structural boundary constraints, risking total systemic breakdown. We are going to learn exactly what to do and what not to do from both of them. Okay, let's look at today's flight plan. First, we'll calibrate with the core exam principles. Second, we're mastering the method mark. Third, we'll navigate the top 3 examiner traps. And finally, we'll lock in advanced critical analysis. Section 1, the core exam principles, unlocking the syllabus. Let's fire up the pre-launch telemetry. Right, so here we're looking at the 3 distinct cognitive domains that the assessment objectives target. We've got knowledge and understanding, analysis, and evaluation. To clear orbit and reach the highest marking band, you need a balanced demonstration across all 3. Now, let's look at pilot Alex. Alex focuses entirely on knowledge, grasping those core concepts and reciting every single plot point of Adab al Nisai al Muasir, but completely fails to analyze them. That just burns up exam time and fuel for minimal gain. Then we have pilot Sam. Sam tries to jump straight to evaluation, questioning assumptions and throwing out opinions, but without providing the logical, structured reasoning found in the analysis column. That ignores structural boundaries and causes a complete systemic breakdown of the essay. Top marks require you to act as the perfect pilot. You have to interpret the relationships between the texts and then justify your evaluation with rock-solid evidence. I am pulling this exact mandate directly from Cambridge's syllabus communications. We need to treat command keywords like crucial system parameters. What's really interesting here is how this fundamentally shifts your approach. It pulls the focus completely away from just memorizing and listing facts. Superficial breadth means you're just skimming the surface of 10 different ideas. Analytical depth means taking 2 or 3 highly relevant concepts from the literature and drilling down to their absolute core. The examiners are explicitly telling you, hey, do not give us a shallow summary. We need deep, reasoned analysis. And when you achieve that depth, you unlock what Cambridge calls connected conceptual understanding. This is how you clear orbit. It means your grasp of Adab al Nisai al Muasir isn't just locked to one specific past paper question. You actually understand the fundamental transferable principles so well that you can apply them to completely unfamiliar contexts or surprise question angles. You can navigate no matter what the exam throws at you. Section 2, Mastering the Method Mark, the process of reasoning. Let's map out our approach trajectory on the console. Marks in this section rely heavily on the method mark strategy. The examiners want to see you're working out. Look at these 3 sequential steps for handling texts. Step 1, extract. You have to pull the correct, relevant quote. Step 2, interpret. What is the relationship between this extraction and the question? Step 3, draw evidence-based conclusions. Listen, the absolute most crucial point here is that you cannot skip step 2. Pilot Alex makes this mistake constantly, jumping straight from step 1 to step 3, extracting a quote, and then instantly making a massive claim. You lose the method mark doing that because you didn't show the examiner the telemetry. You didn't show them how that quote led to your conclusion. You must interpret the relationship. To present your interpreted data properly, you have to apply the correct formats and use appropriate, high-level academic terminology specific to Arabic literature. But wait, let's say we hit a critical roadblock mid-flight. Your evidence links are failing mid-paragraph, and your essay is breaking down into informal rambling. I am overriding the console right now to inject a structural template to save your trajectory, the PEEL framework. Point, evidence, explanation, link. Make your point using specific terminology, provide your evidence from the text, give your explanation, which is where you evaluate the performance of the text and secure that method mark, and finally, link it back to the exact wording of the prompt. Do this, and your flight path stabilizes instantly. Section 3, Top 3 Examiner Traps. What not to do. But hey, before we fire the secondary boosters to secure maximum marks and dive into these traps, I need you to optimize your flight path. Subscribe to Ace the Exams at Ace the Exams right now and turn on all notifications so you never miss a critical briefing. Okay, let's resume the simulation. These next traps are pulled directly from the Cambridge Principal Examiner reports. We are initiating an interactive viewer radar challenge. Simulation 1. Imagine a highly complex, dense block of Arabic literary text from a past paper on your screen. You have a 60-second visual countdown clock ticking down to locate the hidden core variable. When faced with this, many students panic. They try to translate every single word, or they just guess the overarching theme. What you actually need to do before that clock hits 0 is isolate the single phrase or literary device that dictates the entire context of the author's argument. If you don't isolate that hidden core variable, you fall right into the trap of not analyzing the specific context. Moving to Simulation 2 debris detection, here are the 3 classic traps on our radar. Number 1, using the wrong approach for the wrong context. Number 2, forgetting to check format and presentation. And number 3, the absolute most catastrophic failure, providing generic answers not specific to the context. Let's run a quick scan to detect debris. A student writes, "The author discusses the struggles of women in modern society, which is a common theme in this era." Did you catch it? That sentence is pure debris. It earns 0 method marks because it is entirely generic. It could be copy-pasted into literally any essay about this topic. You have to be specific to the unique context of the text provided. Relying on pre-memorized generic paragraphs is a guaranteed way to crash your score. Section 4, Advanced Critical Analysis, Securing Top Marks. It is time to initiate the final approach vector. We need to elevate your answers from a basic descriptive level to a high-scoring, advanced evaluative level. This is where Pilot Alex and Pilot Sam finally get it right. A typical descriptive response just tells the examiner what happened in the text. It's safe, but it caps out at an average grade. On the right, we have context-specific and evaluative responses. This brilliantly illustrates what examiners mean by evaluative thinking. It's the difference between stating a simple fact like, "This character is sad," and explaining exactly why and how the author's specific stylistic choices convey that sadness within the broader societal context of the narrative. Tie your analysis tightly to the scenario. For questions requiring comparative analysis, which show up all the time in the syllabus, your structure needs to follow this specific 4-part formula for a perfect touchdown sequence. Step 1, identify similarities and differences. Don't just do one or the other. Step 2, use advanced comparative connectives in your Arabic writing to structure the thoughts seamlessly. Step 3, support every single comparison with extracted evidence. Step 4, draw conclusions about their relative importance. Which author's approach was more effective in conveying the theme? Why? That why is your evaluation. To truly impress the principal examiner and confirm a successful full-mark touchdown, you have to demonstrate these higher-order skills. Question the assumptions made by the characters. Consider different perspectives, like how a different societal lens might view this text. Evaluate alternatives. Compare the literary approaches used, and always justify your analytical recommendations with hard evidence. Doing this proves you aren't just a passenger, you are commanding the material. As we close out this simulation, I want to give you the ultimate pre-flight questions scan checklist. Before you write your conclusion in the exam hall, run this diagnostic. Look over your response and ask yourself, is every single point I just made linked directly to the given scenario? If the answer is no, you've hit debris. Go back, inject the specific context, and secure your grade. Mission accomplished, pilots. Before you go, make sure you subscribe to Ace the Exams at Ace the Exams, enable that notification bell, and drop a comment below sharing your specific subject and tier. See you in the next briefing.